This is a natural resource overview. My name is Melissa Palfreyman. Today is November 18th, 2018, and this is for an environmental management class at American Public University. The resource we'll be overviewing today is the LaSalle daisy, or Erigeron mancus. It's this yellow flower pictured here, and it is a very short herbaceous flower. Yellow flowering heads. It doesn't grow more than a few inches tall. Its habitat is the alpine area, which is pretty high up on the mountains, basically about where the tree line starts, up and above. And the daisy itself is found at 9,900 feet to 12,200 feet. So it's in a pretty extreme environment with a short growing season. This is an example of the alpine ecosystem you could find the flower in. In fact, there's one right here in the bottom part of this picture. The LaSalle daisy is native to Utah, and it's also endemic to Utah, which means that's the only place it is found in the world. And we can go even narrower than that. Is these red dots right here represent the LaSalle Mountains of southeastern Utah. That is the only place where the LaSalle daisy is found in the world. So it's a pretty small area for it to be endemic to. Those are the LaSalle Mountains right there with Canyonlands National Park in the front. You can see the tree line right here in the LaSalle Mountains, and so that's about where the daisy habitat starts, almost all the way up to the peak, so all in this area. The tallest peak in this range is around 12,700 feet. So the daisy stops growing just short of those tallest peaks. The LaSalle daisy has been recommended for a species of conservation concern. Back in 2016 is when it was recommended by the Manti-LaSalle National Forest. You can see it listed down here on the very bottom of the list. And what that means is that the LaSalle daisy is not federally endangered or threatened. It is not proposed to be, nor is it a candidate to be listed. But there is substantial concern about its survival based on best scientific information that's available. And you can see why. Here we've got disturbance of their essential habitat, and you can see a lot of the daisies right here in the foreground, but the disturbance right here is mostly caused by mountain goats, and there is increased recreational traffic in this area as well, so that's another area of concern. But the highest concern for the degradation of the habitat is from the mountain goats in the area, because the daisy habitat is also the prime habitat for the mountain goats as well. So what the mountain goats are doing is they're digging wallows where they're laying down in these depressions. They are also grazing and scraping. You can see here how they've really dug a lot of the dirt away from these patches right there. So it's really taking a lot of the dirt away, the soil. There's trampling and browsing happening. You can see with the daisy right here, just to the right, there's some soil disturbance right there as well. So the mountain goats are creating quite a bit of concern about the habitat for the daisy. So the LaSalle Mountains, there's a research center, a research area that they're researching in the LaSalle Mountains, and it's in the middle range of the mountains right here. It's called the Mount Peel Research Natural Area, and they're monitoring the daisies at 52 sites in this area. And what they're finding is that 64% of the habitat is slightly degraded, and 15% is significantly degraded. And if you compare that to studies done 2 years ago, that's more than half of a decline in their habitat just in 2 years. And they're blaming most of this on the mountain goat. And so they are watching the daisy closely, and it has actually been listed as it's going to be listed as a sensitive species. It's under the NEPA review process right now, and so that's something to watch out for. And that's just a quick overview of the LaSalle daisy, or the Erigeron mancus. Thank you.